I'll get the sexiest girl ever.
What fantasy world are you living in now?
Is that the Directors Guild? Oh!
Don't you dare miss it. Crabston Villas tonight at 11:15 on 4.
After the break, I'll be talking back to Vanessa-Mae, John Redwood MP and Maureen Lipman.
Don't talk back. I was taking a well-earned break when this kid came in. He was looking for a system that could handle all the grown-up stuff and the more serious business of games. The answer was Child's Play. An SCOM P75 PCI with an Intel Pentium processor for under £1,000, with multimedia options from £117. All we had to do now was teach Mum and Dad how to use it. For the right system at the right price, get down to SCOM.
The ambassador's receptions are noted in society for their host's exquisite taste.
Ferrero Rocher.
Delicious.
Eccellente.
Monsieur, with this Rocher you're really spoiling us.
Ferrero Rocher, a sign of good taste.
Life has a habit of presenting us with appealing alternatives. It's not always so easy to make the right decision. Fortunately, when it comes to choosing a mobile phone, here's one you can be sure of.
Hello?
Nokia, because nothing connects quite like it. Nokia, connecting people.
For the latest low prices on this, and this, all you need is this, your index finger, and this, the Comet Price Index. You'll find it every Saturday in every tabloid every week. And on teletext. It's your guide to the lowest prices. You can't buy better. The Comet Price Index. Better come to Comet.
The best of UB40 Volume 2 at HMV. More superb hits from this great British band. 14 classic tracks, including 2 brand new songs. And their massive #1, Can't Help Falling in Love. The best of UB40 Volume 2. No HMV, no music.
Never had it in a hammo.
Coburn's, always special. So why reserve it?
How's your game, Henry? Right, I'll be absorbed.
With no shareholders and no commission to middlemen, it's an equitable life, Henry.
The Human League Greatest Hits, featuring Human, and their #1 hit, Don't You Want Me. This is the very best of the Human League. Tell Me When, Open Your Heart, and Mirror Man. Love Action, Keep Feeling Fascination. And Together in Electric Dreams. Pure pop brilliance, the Human League Greatest Hits.
In this life, you gotta take what you want.
I was wondering if I could ask you just a teensy, little favor.
Lucky you wasn't a bank robber.
I always get what I want, Harry. That boy.
I was at the fire.
Oh, that little gal's got you all stoked up, doesn't she?
Now there's a hot pastime.
Dark and deadly. The Hot Spot, Sunday at 10 on 4.
Now on 4, from hot spot to hot seat as Clive Anderson tries to get a word in.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak!
Don't talk back.
Hello, welcome to Clive Anderson Talks Back. And this week riots broke out in Canada, and one person was slightly interested. The Queen has had the last laugh on the Canadian DJ who phoned her pretending to be the Canadian Prime Minister. Turns out hers is an 0898 number. Prince Philip found himself rubbing noses with New Zealanders this week. He was travelling through Earl's Court Tube Station in the rush hour. And it's been another grim week in the Rosemary West trial, with the newspapers publishing some of the most horrific pastel drawings ever seen. There was a compromise. There's been the compromise in the contest between Wembley and Manchester over the site for the new National Stadium. The stadium will be built in Wembley, but the queue for the toilets will start in Manchester. An exclusive holiday package has been launched for people who hate being bothered by their children. It's called Club 18 to Fergie. More generally, the royal family are said to be annoyed that Dame Barbara Cartland is going onto television to talk about her early sexual encounters. They say it will blacken the name of George III. At Heathrow, they have installed special underground tunnels so that rabbits can cross the airport in safety. Just a simple plastic pipes, though there are branches of sock shop and knickerbox at each end. And finally, the Playboy channel came to Britain this week, and quite a lot of Britain came to the Playboy channel. So there we are. Let's move along now. Well, let's see. Yes, now, let's do some political news, because following the incident when a Daily Mirror reporter managed to practically get into John Major's bedroom in Downing Street, huge security measures have been put in place at number 10, and they've installed this device on the front door. That should deal with it all right. Let's do some photo news, and it's showbiz, and this week the cameras are allowed a sneak preview of Paula Yates' dressing room. Now, of course, with Guy Fawkes Night on Sunday, you may be interested in this new indoor firework, which has been designed by Claire Short. There it is. And what do? You just light the blue touch paper and enjoy the party. Really, that's all happens. Now, my first guest was for 2 years a member of the cabinet, and for 2 weeks was in the running to be the Prime Minister, but is now back to being the Member of Parliament for Wokingham. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Right Honourable John Redwood, MP. Thanks, Redwood. Jolly good. Yeah, excellent. Now, I have to admit, I was actually out of the country the latter part of
Well, you missed a great show, Clive. I hope yours will live up to it.
Oh, I doubt it. It doesn't go on for 2 weeks, anyway.
It might feel like it, but no, it doesn't.
But you see,
that workman did do a better job at getting into number 10 than I did, though, didn't he?
Yes. Oh, good. Excellent.
Yes. Well, I'll give you some more, if you like. I thought you were meant to be doing this.
Yeah.
You're the one who gets paid for the jokes, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, you get paid for all sorts of things. We'll find out what soon, won't we? Now,
well, if we're talking about additional earnings, Clive, you're a barrister as well, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Do you declare that?
I do declare I'm a barrister, yes.
Oh, good. Well,
I do declare I'm a barrister.
Can you tell us how much you earn?
Yeah. I can do, yes, if you want
Well,
me to.
why don't you tell everybody now, and then we can see how this declaration idea works.
Well, I get so much money, I really don't have to be an MP. You know, that's... Now...
I've always wanted to do the questions. You see, always on these shows, I have to answer.
Yeah. You've always
been nice tonight.
Absolutely.
If Clive would tell us a bit about him.
Yeah.
Your show, I don't want to take it away from you, so I thought, let the audience hear a bit more about Clive tonight. Well, because they're all dying to know about why you gave up being a barrister and why you're now doing this job.
I appreciate you've always wanted to do Prime Minister's Question Time, but I thought you wanted to be Prime Minister, not leader of the opposition.
Yeah, I wanted to answer them then. Now, look, you know, I know you're in Footlights.
Yes.
And I suppose you really wanted to get out from that into a really funny show.
Yes.
And this was the best you could do.
Yeah. Are you still campaigning, or are you... No, No, I want to know who you were, because being out of the country, I missed out. You were just a Welsh secretary.
Very important job.
Very important job.
Particularly to Welshmen.
Well, I know they sort of felt you weren't very keen on Wales when you were there, because you never went there, did you?
I spent a lot of time there, Clive. It's a lovely country, Clive. And I didn't resign because I didn't like Wales. I had other reasons for resigning.
I thought that was a big opportunity.
A vacancy came along. I thought, well, this looks like an interesting job. I'll see whether I can do that.
But were you a serious candidate, or were you what they call a stalking horse, or just...
No, I wasn't a stalking horse.
No.
No, I've never been in a stable.
No.
Very much a serious candidate.
I never suggested you were stable. I was
don't just take my word for it. You know, the Prime Minister himself said this is a serious candidate, and he was pleased to beat me, so I think that shows.
Right, yeah.
Really serious candidate.
But you absolutely thought you might make it? You might be that you had the curtains picked up for number 10, everything just...
No, I wasn't into buying new curtains. I believe in controlling public expenditure, Clive, so I didn't think that was a good idea.
But now, I've done almost...
My quibble wasn't about the curtains. My quibble was about the policies, and that was what I was saying in the election, you know.
Well, I've done almost as much research on you as you evidently have on me, and...
I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did looking into your murky past.
No, but... but I do know... I do know that you were an early beginner. You were that sort of that contradiction in terms. You were a young conservative right from the word.
That's no contradiction, Clive.
No. You're still a young conservative, are you?
I'm very young conservative.
I thought you were young Vulcan now. That was the.
No. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to get round to those rather old jokes.
Well,
you see, it's very plausible this.
Yes. What?
Because you know they say. Super intelligent man, Vulcan. Now, why on earth would a super intelligent man stand for Parliament and then come on the Clive Anderson show? It just doesn't add up,
I don't know. It makes no sense at all.
It's just not logical.
There's something wrong.
So I think there's a problem there.
It's politics, but not as we know it, isn't it?
Exactly.
But you were very young. Was it 22 or 23 you were when you were a councillor, a Conservative local councillor?
21.
That takes us back, doesn't it? A Conservative local councillor. I mean,
age of 21.
It's a lost...
They were good days.
It's a lost age, isn't it?
They were really good days.
Yeah.
What's more, I was elected when we had a Conservative government.
Yes.
By the time I resigned from the council, when we had a general council election, I must say there wasn't a Conservative government any longer, but it was enjoyable while it lasted.
Yes. Right, and how long are we going to have to wait before there isn't a Conservative government again, do you think?
Well, that's up to the electorate club.
Yes.
I hope very much we'll carry on with it.
Well, isn't it a bit difficult for you when the election comes around? You're going to be the candidate, presumably, for Wokingham, and you'll be on the knocker saying, please vote for me, I'm a Conservative, and the leader of my party, I want to be Prime Minister, John Major. You know, the guy I said shouldn't be Prime Minister a year ago, and we should get rid of him. I mean, isn't that going to be awkward for you?
But I'm a Democrat, Clive. I didn't win the election for the leadership, so I now support John Major.
No, but you see the point. If you've said he shouldn't
I don't really see the point, Clive.
If you've said he isn't really the man for the job, he needs replacing, by yourself as it happens, but he needs replacing, how can you now say, he's fine, let's rally behind him?
Well, not being here, you did miss something rather important. You see, he actually resigned, so there was a vacancy.
Yes.
So I thought, well, it's a nice-looking job, I'll have a go for it.
So you thought...
I didn't get it, so there we are. So John Major carries on. Very good luck to him.
You thought a bit of embarrassing that he stood against himself, because... he might have lost, mightn't he?
No, I was being very helpful to him.
Yeah.
I was actually giving him someone to beat.
Well, you are, looking into your background, you're a brilliant person. Everyone says this is a triple, quadruple first at Oxford, member of All Souls. Are you a bit annoyed to be beaten by John Major, who doesn't come across necessarily as a super intellectual? I don't know.
No, I'm not annoyed at all, Clive. I had a fair run for my money, and I lost, and there we are.
Right.
And if there's a vacancy again, well, who knows
I suppose what he's got is he's got that charisma, hasn't he? He's got that...
Are you wanting to be on the? You're wanting to be on the John Major team, are you? Because again, I could probably put a letter in the post for you.
Oh, you think that would help me? Would you?
Oh yes.
But are you mixed? Does he sort of, when you pass in the corridor now, does he spit at you, or does he say, must have you back on the door?
No, I haven't noticed him doing.
Now you're also well known for your writing on conservative things, which is sometimes overlooked in all this excitement.
Well, give it a plug.
Well, the John Redwood
hasn't been remaindered yet. We've got a few copies left.
Popular Conservatism, which is a thin book, which is. It has to be said. I mean, it's in fact, well, there's unpopular conservatism, which you also, but this is still out, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah. Yes. And it's got John Redwood's ideas, number 1, democracy, which is a good idea.
It's a very good idea. Yeah.
I didn't know it was yours, though. I thought the.
Well, I picked it up, Clive. I think a few others were involved as well.
Yeah.
By all means, give them credits if you like.
Right. Are you? Would you sort of welcome a period of opposition so that you'd have an opportunity?
No, I wouldn't welcome that.
Because when you had to launch your campaign, you were sort of saying, well, this is ridiculous, taxes keep going up. Oh, yes, it was us who was putting the taxes up. Because you say that instead of nothing if it's not a tax.
I think we might start putting them down now. That was one of my ideas, and it seemed to me to be quite a good one at the time. I actually took it out of our 1992 election manifesto. It seemed to me to be a very good idea.
Well, I think the
Chancellor is now getting keen on it.
Well, everybody's underlined that. It's always been in the Conservative manifesto. We will lower taxes, and then lo and behold, taxes go up.
Well, we always have done it in the past. Yes. And I think it's very important we do it again this time.
Right. But I don't think people are a bit suspicious now. They say, well, yes, of course, Conservatives always say they'll lower taxes, and for one reason or another, they go up anyway.
Well, I remember that income tax was 33p in the pound when we started in '79. It's now 25p in the pound.
Yes.
I remember for people like you, it was 98%. It's come down to 40.
Yeah. I think I was at school in those days. I could.
You should keep quiet about it,
Well,
Clive.
VAT, I remember as being 8%, and then it was 10%. Now it's gone up to 17.5%.
That's true.
And with my...
And if you read my proposals for the budget, you'll see that I want to do something about that.
I was reading it you were just in bed last night.
You said you'd been researching it.
Just before I went to sleep, I was reading that. And
kept you awake, did it?
What about hanging? You're for bringing back hanging, aren't you?
I think that would be a good idea, yes.
But again, that doesn't sound like... I mean, I've stressed how clever you are, because everybody does, but that doesn't sound like a sort of clever person thing. That's a sort of, oh, string them up, that's the only language they understand sort of thing.
You who was claiming I was clever.
Yes. Well, you didn't argue with me.
This is not a disparaging comment. It's not a disparaging comment I've ever made about myself, Clive.
No, but, I mean, is that...
I think a lot of people would like hanging to be reintroduced, and I have always voted for it, but it is always a free vote matter. But
aren't you... There have quite a lot of these cases where people have been convicted of horrific murders, and then sort of 10 years, 20 years later, it turns out they didn't do it at all. You know, the Guildfords and the Birminghams and things like that. I mean, doesn't that worry you? You think, well we've strung them up, well, what are you going to do, cut them down again?
Proper appeals procedures. You've got to have proper appeals procedures.
They went through appeals procedures.
Well, all right, if you want to be serious, does it worry you that some people serve sentences in prison for brutal murders, they're then let out after not that great a length of time, and they go and murder somebody else? Don't those people have some rights as well?
Well, of course, and I can think of steps that might be taken to prevent that, but there's no way of bringing back somebody to life, an innocent... But you can't...
You were a criminal barrister, weren't
I
you?
was indeed, yes, yeah.
I hope you took that in the right way.
So I have some experience of just how accurate the criminal courts are in getting things right.
Because people like you are arguing before them, you mean?
Of course, yes. And now, naturally, not everything is right, so you end up... This is a reasonably straightforward and not particularly intellectual reason why it's a bit dodgy to have hanging, because we've had too many mistakes made, and I'd have thought... you don't come from the sort of gabby-cabby background. You would have appreciated that and thought, well, no, it's not a policy I don't want to support. I just wonder why you do.
Well, the majority of MPs happen to agree with you, so you needn't worry. You needn't spend any time worrying about that tonight.
Well, I'm asking you about it. You're the politician with the...
Well, I've told you my reason.
Yeah. You think that it doesn't matter if a few people get hanged?
No, I haven't said that.
No, well, I'm putting the question to you in that way.
But I've already answered it. I don't think we want to go around that one again. It's going to get really boring.
Well, let me worry about that.
Well, I would if I were here, yes.
What do you do? Just to be honest,
you're the one on the performance fee.
What do you do? What do you do about people who are hanged, who it turns out didn't do it after all? The Birmingham 6, the Guildford 4.
Well, that isn't arising because we don't have a hanging law at the moment. Of course you need proper appeals procedures, as they do in the United States.
Had there been hanging, those groups of people would have hanged.
Well, not necessarily, because there may have been better or more extensive or long-winded appeals procedures, as there are in many states in America that have capital punishment.
Yeah, and capital punishment, and it does so well to keep crime down there over there, doesn't it? There's not a person murdered on the streets of New York. So,
but you can't tell how many would be if there were not that restraint.
Yeah. So let's just get off an uncomfortable subject. What about this week's controversy, which you've alluded to already, the Nolan report?
Well, I'm going to be supporting the Prime Minister, Clive.
Yes.
Which is obviously my duty.
There's a novelty for you.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I did it for 5 years when I was a minister in his government.
Yes.
And I'm now learning the habit again.
Yes.
Now I'm one of his lower backbenchers.
Yeah.
And, of course, if I were suggesting tonight that I wasn't going to be supporting the Prime Minister, then you'd be roasting me on that, wouldn't you?
But it's a free vote. It's a free vote, so you can say what you like.
Yes, but the Prime Minister has made very clear his view, and I think it would be wrong of me to
go
against it.
It's too late now to suck up to John Major. You've practically ruined his career there back in June.
I gave it a great helping hand.
You helped him hand, yes.
It was a very generous deed of mine.
You threw yourself on your sword, and
there it was.
Yeah, so I think you'll
re-elected.
Be Minister of State for Anglesey in the next cabinet.
As we've heard from Downing Street, greatly strengthened.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us, John Redwood MP. Okay, right. Let's move on to show business, because the popular TV drama Pride and Prejudice has, of course, just finished, and the Pride and Prej industry is in full swing. What you can get your Pride and Prejudice video. They're out there. Look at that. That's that. Yes. There's a Pride and Prejudice calendar there, and there's even a Pride and Prejudice T-shirt, which is. I mean, it's very 18th century, isn't it? And they've even gone right over the top. I can't believe they've even got this, which is like a novel they've based on the series. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, what's going on? Okay, now let's do some news and pictures. And Buddy Holly explained this week what it was like being stuck in an airport toilet for 30 My next guest is, well, she's very like me, except that she's young, talented, beautiful, and a brilliant musician. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vanessa-Mae. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you. Do take a seat. Jolly good. Well, now, let's, well, I guess from the crowd's reaction they know who you are, but just in case anybody at home doesn't know, hasn't sort of caught up with your career, you are this brilliant protege violinist, and you've been a brilliant musician since, what, since you were born, practically?
No, basically I started when I was 4 on the piano and 5 at the violin, but I describe myself just in 3 words to anybody who doesn't know the violin player, Vanessa-Mae.
Yeah, but you didn't start off playing the violin, you started off with, you were a brilliant pianist.
That's right, yes, it's very kind of you to say so. I started on the piano at the age of 4, and when I was 5, I started the violin.
So why do you put away the piano and the violin? Is it because the violin's easier to get under your chin, or is that...
One reason, one good reason, but also, if you just look at the shape of the violin, this is my acoustic that I brought along for you tonight, just the shape of it, for a little kid, is almost like a human body, or a pet, or a doll. And for me, it was just such an affectionate, intimate feeling putting it under my chin as opposed to a piano.
And is this fantastically valuable violin you've got there?
Well, this one is worth around about £200,000.
Right. And is that from new, or is that...
From new? No, it's like a good wine. It matures with age, definitely.
What sort of violin is that?
It's a Guadagnini made in 1761, so it's pretty valuable.
Right, and you're only 17 now, so how long have you had such an expensive violin?
I've had it since I was 10 years old, so 7 years of my life I've really been able to grow with my violin.
So you wanted that, you were asking that, you didn't want like My Little Pony or something, you got
No, not for that particular Christmas. I had my share of My Little Ponies, Cabbage Patch Kids, but for that Christmas I wanted
Can you, I mean, I don't want to just make you play a whole concert here, but can you... Oh, it fell off it then. That's another... This violin you actually had stolen.
That's right. In January of this year, it was stolen from my house in London, and it was a terrible time for me with the release of my debut pop album, The Violin.
So you had an album coming out, and your violin got stolen?
Absolutely, it was just terrible.
So it was all over the papers, violin...
Yes, it's true. I mean, it was big news at the time. Yes. I was very grateful to Scotland Yard because they actually tracked it down for me.
Right, where was it? You hadn't hidden it on some papers or something at home? No. You'd left it on the bus?
No, I don't take the bus that often, but...
No?
No.
I shouldn't think so.
Basically...
Different sort of conductors you go for. Now, anyway, no, please, that's the fun. But now you've mentioned an album, and you had a single out, which is Bach's Toccata and Fugue.
Toccata and Fugue, in January.
Yeah, and now, but then the rest of your album is not mostly Bach, it's mostly Mike Batt of Womble's fame.
Yes.
Music composed by him.
That's right. Well, basically on the album, when I was 14, I signed with the EMI. I said, I want to carry on both classical recordings as well as something that was new and fresh and radical to really explore my musical needs and desires. So
Mike Batt.
Let me explain first.
Had you always wanted to be a Womble? There was one that played the violin on the Wombles, wasn't there?
I remember Uncle Bulgaria.
Uncle Bulgaria, that's it. Was that you in a skin? Diddly 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 diddly. But it's a strange thing, because I mean, some people would say your Bach is worse than your Bat, but but not me, because it's the other way around. It's the other way around, really.
But basically, when I was 14, I got a list of producers for the album, and I looked at Mike and I thought, well, I've grown up listening to the Wombles, but give him another chance.
Don't be silly. You don't grow up listening to the Wombles. You were sent away to China when you were about 7.
When I was 8 years old, that's right. When I was 8, I was sent off to China for a few months of intensive training on the violin.
And that was the very place to learn the violin, the best teacher in the world?
Well, basically, there was a choice. Just to get into technical detail, there are 2 methods of violin. There are lots of methods of violin playing, but one of them is called the Yankelevich method.
Yes.
And at the time, there were 2 teachers who taught that in the world. One was in Siberia, and one was in China.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, there's not much choice there, but
who would set up a violin teaching business in Siberia?
I don't know.
I mean, St. John's Wood, yes, but...
Kensington would have been convenient.
Anyway, that was your sort of formal and classical training, but the single, which we've got the video of, is nothing like that. It's classical gas.
Classical gas?
But with reggae.
Absolutely, yeah.
And who is this with? With
Aswad, the British reggae veteran.
Aswad, yeah.
Basically,
that's a superstore, isn't it? Aswad. Shall we see it? Shall we look at Aswad?
Moving up, this girl is not
Now, some of the classical critics have said, you know, you're doing the wrong thing here. You're marketing yourself as a, you know, the sexy performer. You're playing this sort of not exactly classical repertoire there, and you're spoiling what would be a brilliant classical career.
Basically, for me, it's something that I'm totally happy with.
Yeah.
I don't see that both careers, pop as well as classical, are mutually exclusive. I have fun, you know, having parallel careers, playing at rock festivals, my own pop tours, and classical concerts.
Well, if you do a classical concert, you're, I would say, going to be the most attractive violinist that everyone's going to see, whereas in a rock setting, you're one of many beautiful girls who pop up as singers, musicians, or whatever. So, but their worry is that you're ruining your brilliant classical career.
That's not fair to say at all, because I remember growing up as a little kid, you know, going to record stores, classical divisions, and you see these pianists, these violinists, these opera singer divas with really low-cut dresses, what I call flaunting their fruits. And flaunting their fruits.
Flaunting their fruits, yeah.
And I'm sure if you saw them, you'd think they were equally attractive, and I think there are a lot of...
What do you mean Pavarotti? He doesn't flaunt his fruits, does he?
Not Pavarotti.
He hasn't seen his fruits for ages, but... I know you hate being compared to Nigel Kennedy, because he's, I suppose, the other sort of popularising violinist.
I don't see much comparison.
No.
Because basically he's British, I'm British, we both play the violin, but it's fair to say, I mean, I'm sure if you talk to him, he'd had very different musical directional aims.
Right. And also you don't support Aston Villa, which is,
no.
at least I hope not.
No, I'm keen on a lot of football, but only once every 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it a World Cup or just...
World Cup. Got it.
Or you just support a team that's not very good, I guess. Because that, frankly, could be Aston Villa. Anyway, thank you very much, Vanessa-Mae. Okay, we'll take a break. See you after that. Bye.
Don't go back. From the creator of Basic Instinct.
Carl Metrick's dead.
I just saw him today.
Comes an explosive, erotic thriller. Jade.
At House of Fraser tomorrow, there's 10% squeezed off many items in fashion, homewares and electricals. Hurry, it's only for one day. Open 8 till late.
The #1 all-time rock album is here. 38 of the greatest rock tracks of all time. Gun, Iron Maiden, Van Halen and ZZ Top. All the best in rock on one monster value double album. The #1 all-time rock album. Out now on double CD and cassette.
At NatWest, we've an army of over 4,000 small business advisors to help you avoid the unexpected.
The best of UB40 Volume 2 at HMV. More superb hits from this great British band. 14 classic tracks, including 2 brand new songs. And their massive #1, Can't Help Falling in Love. The best of UB40 Volume 2. No HMV, no music.
Safeway's ABC card is the only supermarket loyalty card that gives you money off your shopping or something worth even more.
If you think I'm going to settle for that when there's a Mr. Blobby cake up there, you better think again.
It's the only supermarket loyalty card that offers you savings on family days out.
Well, I reckon we should go for the free family cinema ticket, but you can't snog Mum in the back row. It's in the small print, see?
And whether you decide on a free product, a free service or money off, it couldn't be easier to use.
Gonna look after Mummy's ABC card.
You haven't got one with the whole alphabet on, have you?
ABC, the card of choice.
welcome back. Now, you're probably familiar with this new phenomenon this summer. It's a great sort of thing they've been making. It's alcoholic lemonade. And there it is. If you've tried this, it pours out, makes a nice little drink. Basically, it just tastes like lemonade, but it's alcoholics for getting girls drunk at parties, really. That's what it's for. But I found a way of doing it, which is rather handy. What you get is a tin of this Caliber alcohol-free lager, and you pour it in there, and you get a lovely glass of shandy. It's really good. What a good idea, do you think? Yes, thank you. Oh. Let's go on to some news and pictures now, and sharp-eyed policemen are still no closer to tracking down the phantom marquee thieves. Now, my last guest tonight is an actress equally at home on stage and screen as she is at home at home. Please welcome star of Agony and Agony Again, Maureen Lipman. Maureen, good to see you. Jolly good. Yes. Yes. That's right. Agony Again, by which I mean welcome back onto the show.
It was last time, but I don't think it will be this time.
No, it'll be good fun. Now, the original series, you were an agony aunt, hence Agony, and now in the updated one, you were basically a chat show host, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, we figured that she would have moved on in the last 15, 18 or 21 years.
But is that a progression upwards or downwards?
Downwards, yes,
But did you model your performance on anyone in particular? Had you like an ideal chat show host at all?
Someone calm, handsome, special, able to deal with really smooth politicians.
Yes. Yes. So I can see there is quite a lot of Jeremy Paxman in your performance. So you've got a book out, obviously, else you wouldn't be here. But there's in that book, which I've read carefully for insults and stuff, you make it clear in a couple of the pieces, a sort of collection of pieces. Would they be things you've written for magazines collected together, or would you write it specially for the book?
It's half and half. It's where was John Redwood's book, by the way? Was it The Unacceptable Face of Capital Punishment?
It was popular conservatism.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
We've done the gags on that, but
okay, we'll move on.
Well, you mentioned him in your sort of forward.
Funnily enough, yes. That's why I rather hoped I'd bump into it heavily.
Are you not you're one of these sort of lovies for Labour, sort of lefty sort of.
I know. It's a trendy.
You must like some of the Conservative policies.
I like. No,
like the privatisation of BT has been kind to you, hasn't it? So... yeah. Oh, I wasn't going to mention that, was I?
No, you were, and you should, because I really, all my life, I wanted to be Bob Hoskins' warm-up man. Yes. And now I am,
Well, he gets it in the neck. People, well, insofar as he's got one, but am I to talk?
Oh, now this is
yes, we should get together between us.
And we may.
Yeah. Now, now, you did your one-woman show about Joyce Grenfell. Do you still do that? It was a big success in the West End, but do you still do odd performances at all?
I do very odd performances, yes. They, it keeps coming back at me, you know, like a kipper. And,
Who'd have thought that'd be the one that got the crowd?
Don't you say funny things when you come on chat shows?
With luck? No. Are you on the same stuff that... You've been sharing a drink with old John Redwood back there, haven't you?
I love a drink. Do you know, I'd really love a drink.
Oh, there you go.
Just give us a little sip of water.
Oh, I'll tell you what I can give you. No. There you go. A bit of lemonade. You'll love that. It's just lemonade. Have a couple of glasses. Yeah, well... Yes, okay. Jolly good. So is that... you all right now? Nice bit...
Fine now, yeah.
Jolly good.
That's how they are.
Come on.
Joyce
Grenfell. Now,
Joyce has given me...
To the younger viewers and my...
Sorry, I thought you wanted me to speak. Sorry, my mistake.
No.
No.
Wrong show, I'm afraid.
Joyce.
You're speaking now. Well, have another of these.
You flinched when I touched you. You remembered Paula Yates being on the programme and you flinched when I touched you, did you?
No. She never touched my flinch.
She didn't? You're on your own, I can tell you. So I went to Hull recently, to my old school, to talk to the kids, primary school kids, about reading. And they were all, it's Comic Relief Day, they were all sitting there in little comic clothes, and they were all dressed up and as cowboys and witches and nurses. And I went up on the platform and I started to talk about books and about reading. And of course I ran out after about 3 minutes, because it's a long time since Baba was in my wardrobe. And I thought, you know, you start to see them all sort of, you know, jealous. And you think, right, well, I've got to get their attention somehow. And so it was, children, gather round, because we're going to do our lovely moving to music. And we're all going to be lovely flowers, dancing and juggling in the garden. Yes, we are, Sydney. You see all that. Yeah. And, you know, the kids were rapt. And they completely recognised the tone of voice.
Yes.
George, don't do that. And they just stopped doing whatever they were doing, and they just sat there. And when I got to the point of, oh, Lavinia, what do we do when we come back from the littlest room? We pull our knickers up again.
Do you find that the writing and the acting complement each other, or do they get in the way a bit? Because
a compliment for either will suit me admirably.
Yeah. Well, I've done my part. You're obviously a great actress and a great writer, obviously. But when you're playing a part, people... You're always not that actress, Maureen Lipman. Oh, it's that Maureen Lipman. You're the one who's got the trouble with the new kitchen.
They all think they know me.
Yes.
In the street, they all think they know me, and they come up and say, oh, you know, you're a great fan of mine. And I don't correct them, because I'm a nice person.
Yes.
And they tell me their problems, and, you know, I mean...
And you write them up in a book and say...
That's right, and my poor mother, of course, everything she says is written in the book, you know. And,
does she like you writing about her?
She does like it. She likes to be talked about and likes to have the sort of the profile. I think probably when I go on national television and say that, you know, I took her to a Greek restaurant and she asked for filatio and chips, she'd probably rather... probably rather I did.
Absolutely,
you know, so I don't.
Yes.
Yes.
Did she get it?
I'm afraid it was off that night, Clive. I read all about it.
I'm a hummus man myself. Anyway, thank you very much, Maureen Lipman. Okay. That's just... That's all the time we've got to remain to thank the Right Honourable John Redwood MP, Vanessa-Mae and Maureen Lipman, Clive. Good night. Good night.
What makes the perfect wedding? A relaxed journey?
B35 night.
Arriving on time? Or a gorgeous bride?
Oh, isn't she lovely? Scarlett, you're blind. She looks like a big meringue.
That ring moment?
Do you have the ring?
Charming guests?
Bride or groom? It should be perfectly obvious I'm neither.
And someone to catch your eye?
Any idea who the girl in the black hat is?
American.
Interesting.
Slut.
Just the right amount of booze?
Are you sober? Absolutely. Orange juice all night.
And a bit of a come-on.
Why don't you come in and skulk for a while?
Film on 4 presents the television premiere of 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Wednesday the 15th of November on Channel 4.
Flossie's in a spin on her first day at work, but the joy is short-lived in Crapston Villas next.